Yo, what's up guys? This video I want to touch on a close friend of mine at the time. She was looking to sell her house to buy a new one, right? And the reason why I want to touch up on this is because it was my first time really like working on this deal or this type of deal where it's a sell to buy, right? And I just want to go through like the fine details that's involved in a deal like this and let you guys know what kind of my thoughts are, my experiences were in a situation like this, right? Now, I've been fortunate enough to help a lot of people when it comes to buying and selling, but this one was one of those that I won't forget, just because it's one of those like it's the first time that I ever do something like that, right? So it's I definitely won't forget it anytime soon, I'll tell you that. Alright, so let me give you a rundown of what was going on, right? She owned a two-family home, nice big house, big yard, in a good neighborhood, right? She was in the house for a minute. She was living in the house for like 10 plus years, but it was getting to the point that it was becoming a lot of maintenance for her. It was getting to the point that she wanted something a little bit smaller, right? And by small, I don't necessarily mean the size-wise, right? But just the maintenance part of it. It was a big yard, she was by herself, like, let's call it what it is, you know what I mean? She didn't have anybody to really help her out with maintaining the house, with mowing the lawn, and all that type of stuff, right? And she was just getting to the point of she didn't want to have to deal with any of that, right? She had been doing it for 10 plus years, and she just wanted to chill for a minute. She was like over that whole part of it, right? So she came to me, had a consultation, and we decided that maybe going the condo route is what made the most sense for her, right? Because condos give the peace of mind of maintenance free, or little to no maintenance, I should say, compared to what she was going through, having a hire contractors, because the house was built like in the early 1900s, the two family, to maybe getting something newer that she wouldn't have to worry about for years, right? So had a consultation with her, sat down, kind of evaluated everything, where the price points were at. She didn't want a mortgage payment that was crazy out of this world, so we set a good expectation on a good payment. And she also wanted something newer, right? She didn't want to have to deal with a house from the early 1900s, with a bunch of older material, older stuff that had to just keep getting maintenance done, right? She wanted something hassle free. She was just over either mowing her own lawn or getting contractors out to do work and then have to worry about scheduling and all that stuff. Like, she was just over it. So we decided a condo was the best route over a single family that for the most part at that time, a majority of them were built like in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and they were getting at that point where the kitchen was outdated, the basement might have needed some work, and a bunch of other stuff, guys. So we were looking at a couple condos, and I remember this was kind of in the fall time, where we decided to list the house, or her house, for sale, the two family. So we ended up listing the two family. We had it under contract during the summer, right? And in the fall, we were looking at condos, and it took some time because, everything that was on the market was either, 10, 15 years old. They did need, some upkeep. They were getting to that point in time where they needed a little bit of upkeep. But, we ended up seeing this new construction, and so here's the deal, though. What we saw was a home that was under contract, right? But the builder was building 6 other units on the other side, right? So think the house that we went to go see was an empty house, right? An empty condo, But on the other side, think of like the backyard back on the other side. The builder was building 6 units, but they were gonna be identical to the one that we went to go see, right? So, he was like, "Hey, go check these out. Let me know if you like them. I'm building 6 more. They should be done, in a couple of months." So we go check it out. She falls in love with the place, and we end up putting an offer. We put a bid in for one of the units, and her bid gets accepted. But here's what happened. The two family was under agreement, right? So we had to extend the closing some time, right? We had put on there, we had let the buyers know that it was subject to the seller finding suitable housing. She wasn't gonna sell until she found her new home, right? She needed to have everything in order for her to sell. So as you can imagine, with a new construction, it's gonna take some time, right? So it took months for the builder to finalize everything, and the buyer, he was cool with it, right? Main reason was it was his first home, so and he had gotten outbid on a bunch of houses at that time, and he was just like, if this is my house, I want it, I'm willing to wait whatever time for it, which worked out because in total it probably took like close to 9 months for that new construction to finish. I remember we had posted the house, like her 2 family, for sale in the summer, and the condo wasn't done until the end of winter of the following year. All right, but the buyer was cool. He he let it rock. He was more than flexible with timing, which was it worked out. My takeaway from it is that it really is tough to deal, or not deal, but it's really tough to kind of just set the right expectations with a deal like this, right? Just because we can say, hey, subject to seller finding suitable housing, it might take 3 months, 4 months. We're actively looking, but at the end of the day, we don't really know. We don't know how long it's gonna take. All right. So what I really learned from that is that it's tough to kind of manage the right expectations, right? As long as everyone's communicating and everyone's on the same page, I think though, it goes a long way than setting the expectation of, hey, unrealistic expectation, like, hey, we're gonna find the house in a month, knowing we're not, right? So that's my takeaway. It's well, it is lucrative, right? You've got 2 deals in one, but both deals involve a lot of detailing and a lot of moving parts. But yeah, that's it, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe on the video. Let me know if you've run into a similar situation, or maybe you've sold a house to buy a new one, or dealt with new construction that you thought maybe it'd be done in X amount of time, or it got extended or pushed forward. Just let me know about it. I'd love to hear your story. So with that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care.